Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. We are in Spike's Corner today, where we are playing with a mono-red wizardy burn deck thing. And we're gonna open on this Fanatical Firebrand instead of the Lavarunner because I fear the Lavarunner would get killed. I want to play the Lavarunner the same turn. I can also play some Wizard's Lightning to take advantage of the discount you get. Oh, are we gonna be looking? We're gonna be looking for Goblin Chainwhirler in this one. All right, I'll play my Lavarunner now. And I'll also, I think we want to play our other Firebrand, but I guess not. Since I'm not attacking with it, I don't have to. I can hold up Wizard's Lightning instead. And we're probably gonna start going face very, very soon. As if our opponent's gonna put out a bunch of tokens and we don't draw you-know-who, the Whirly Boy, it's kind of hard to say what we're doing here. Alright, the opponent doesn't attack. I'm going to fire off a shock here on end step on this Gutter Snipe. And now we're going to be able to attack with these Lavarunners. And if the opponent double blocks any of them, the Firebrand can blow that up. So I'm going to play my other Lavarunner. I'm going to Wizard's Lightning face, because it gets the most damage through to the face. And then here come the runners. Again, if the opponent goes for a double block, Fanatical Firebrand can ruin it, so they're not going to want to do that. And it's 2 damage, and they are at 12. The countdown is on. We are in a constructed best of 1 event, for anybody curious. Had some recording issues with the first few games. Had some sound stuff go wrong, so those games are lost. They're both losses. So you're seeing me pick it up at 0-2, and we'll see where we can finish, as I've made jokes about before, but I do seem to dig myself these holes rather often. I think it's time to drop a Steam-Kin and hope and see what happens. Hope it lives. Hope it lives. If it does, it's a very different game. Hands off. Oh my goodness. But that's been my day. It's been a challenging one, but the goblins are here to fight. They're not going easy on me. All right, it's another Firebrand. If we attack, we could basically wash, meaning everything would die. I'd rather keep the emphasis on the face here. Plus, if these live until the Flame of Keld Chapter 3, they can be lightning bolts themselves, the Fanatical Firebrands. Our opponent also has Ghitu Lavarunner, so they are on a red aggro with Goblin Instigators, Shivan Fires, and Gutter Snipe. Perhaps a more starter collection. And let's just head upstairs. I think the creatures staring at each other, we're just going to have to bypass it if we need to live, if we want to win. And now we'll drop the Flame of Keld. So first chapter is discard your hand. Look, mono hand, and then the rest of it is much more fun. Next turn we'll get to draw 2 additional cards, so we'll go up to 3 cards in hand. Turn after that we can start burning things. Our opponent's gonna throw Wizard's Lightning at the wizard. Kind of interesting choice there. And we're really open to dodge a Chainwhirler. Instead, it's a Pilgrim. Let's see what the opponent's willing to attack with. Oh. Lots of things. So we're still at 20. I think I'm going to take this. I think I can always turn that faucet off next turn if I need to. What we really want to... Oh, man. Are you kidding? Okay. That's a lot of land. But if these survive until the critical chapter, all I got to do is draw any burn. Any face. Okay. No blocks. All right, we're looking to the top, and it is risk factor. Well, isn't that something interesting? Let's see what the opponent chooses. They'll take 6, so I think they have to let me draw 3. And there's the shock. And because we are on that critical third chapter of the Flame of Keld, everything does an additional 2 damage. And that's going to be what we needed to steal it from what was a pretty floody game. Pretty floody game, but we pulled it out. So, rolling into the next one. The red deck is pretty... I usually show the deck right there, I'm sorry. Long day. The red deck is Risk Factor and Flame of Keld as our card drawers, not Experimental Frenzy. It runs 21 land, and it runs 4 of everything else you'd see. So, everything you see here is a 4-of. Shock, Wizard's Lightning, the Lavarunner. It's all 4-ofs. And are we on the play? That'd be wonderful. Yes, yes, indeed. All right, let's do it. If this gets shocked, it's Heartbreaker. All right. I was going to go shock, shock, face, but now I think that my opponent is also going to shock something. So we'll get the other Firebrand down here. And right away, you want to be on the draw in this red mirror. I'm going to play this, just get as much in as possible and get the discount while I can. But you want to be on the draw in the red mirror, and you want your card advantage cards. I don't have those. So this is a tough roll of the dice for CGB. Okay, it's not the red mirror. It's a red deck that just has some shock going on. Maybe the risk factor is, and that gives me another chance. All right, let's go for it. Tough choice. The opponent may take 4 or let me draw 3. And with Jumpstart, you know it's going to happen again. They choose to let me draw 3. Okay. Let's get that Firebrand at him. Opponent might be considering throwing something at the Firebrand. Let's go for the Steam-Kin then. And pass the turn. We have 2 shocks to respond to a shock from our opponent if they go that route. And I think I will wait till my turn to do it. Alright, before damage, I'll go for the risk factor, discarding one of these lands I don't need. I'm guessing my opponent will try to kill the Steam-Kin if they have the means. Well, another Steam-Kin, huh? Alright, I'll just take this damage. Play out another one. Our opponent may have a Clarion. I'm willing to risk it at this point. 8 lands, 9 lands. Wow. It's been that kind of day. The deck can rise above if it draws enough of the right cards. Enough risk factors in Flame of Keld, and it can handle Flood, no problem. What is our opponent doing? Double pumps. Let's send the team. Surely you've got something. I mean, they've been holding on to something for so long. Response, okay. In response to your response, I will activate this and head upstairs with this. And this. Response will kill the Steam-Kin, and then you'll get knocked down to 2. Don't let the visual glitch fool you. It was showing the end of combat life total. And yeah, Lyra or bust. Okay. So, I think there's a chance here I can trick my opponent. And I'm going to try. If they block the 4/4 and not the 3/3, I win. And I'm going to show you how. So, before the damage and the lifelink, I'm going to trigger it to make mana. I'm going to sacrifice Fanatical Firebrand, kill my own Runaway Steam-Kin so the damage is not dealt, and the 3/3 is lethal. If my opponent had blocked the 3/3, I think we could have definitely lost that game. So that is a gamble and a bit of a wild play that you don't get to see every day. Hope you enjoyed it. Woo! That was a hot one. More Ace Ventura When Nature's Calls references. Getting a little hot in these rhinos. I like keeping the all burn hands as long as I'm not in the red mirror. In the red mirror, they're just 1-for-1, and you live and die on your Goblin Chainwhirler 2-for-1s and card advantage. But anything but the mono red mirror, I just keep a handful of burn and go face right away and hope to draw risk factors. It's much better to have creatures, don't get me wrong. It's a lot better to have creatures. And now with mana up, I think I'll just wait for a minute. There's a Steam-Kin. I think I'll do an end step Lightning Strike, main phase Steam-Kin plus Lightning Strike. It doesn't play around Shock or anything, but maybe we'll draw a Wizard and then we can play around Shock. Now, it depends how badly our opponent played in that scenario. All right, we're going face. What you got? Yep, basically a spell to gain 3 life. It's fine. And it's just Sky Control as we see the Guildgate. Oh my god, we did draw it. We drew exactly the card. And we go face. We're worried about a Clarion, but our opponent, they binned a white source, so I'm guessing they have one. Hold on. This is a scary turn. That's not a white source. Lava Coil. Well, that's unfortunate. You have something for the Lavarunner as well? Looks like you do. All of the removals. All right. Well, guess I'll hold it. And we'll fire this while our opponent can't counter it, but we need to draw risk factors. Risk factor or bust. That's the new name of the game. There's a slow-mo white source and a search for his Kanta. Flame of Keld. Well, it's not nothing. It runs the engine. But if our opponent has Teferi here, we're feeling it. Hold on. I can't bear to watch. Okay, it's Ral. This is why Ral is not Teferi. It can't do anything about the Flame of Keld.
With me? Hope we get something good.
And we'll set up your search for his Kanta nicely. All right, hit it. That's not risk factor, but it's a lot of damage. I'm gonna save it until this goes off. Maybe we can, it just depends on the burn our opponent runs or doesn't run. Make sure I mark my next end step. And they've got to deal with the Lavarunner. Ral can just kill it, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, they go for a Drake. Interesting. If they don't have a counter available, I think they are just dead. So we're going to have to be from the Show Me State, Missouri, and say, do your worst. That's, of course, assuming they don't do anything about this flame. They've only got 2 mana open. Gotta be sure we play around Syncopate here. Go to end step. And then shock you. That resolved pretty easy. Strike you. And that's why the red deck is a cheese ball. Ba-bum! Holy cow. Sometimes it just feels like you're always making something out of nothing. If I were going to start this whole event and video over, I'd cup the Flame of Kelds and just run Experimental Frenzy, because it's one of the only cards in red that I enjoy. And it's kind of funny to me as I play this deck. It's like, I'm just shaking my head. You might see me smiling. I don't exactly get a ton of pleasure out of the cheese ball burnouts. Not really. The only pleasure I get is it's been done to me so many times, it feels good to get a piece for myself. Being on the draw, this is a pretty slow weekend. It's got a lot of burn, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Chainwhirler, you're going to have to pick up the slack on this one. I'm thinking I might want to play around Benelish Marshall. Nah, just get it out there. Just get Steam-Kin cooking. But if they have a Benelish Marshall, okay, they don't. That would have been very bad. We'd have had to take a turn off to kill it, and I guess I'd be hoping that Steam-Kin would live long enough to slow the opponent down, and no attacks. Pride of the Conquerors? Are we looking at a Pride of the Conquerors situation? Well, I'm just gonna say go then. And I'm gonna put a stop in their next combat step because I don't want this flipping. So I might burn a burn spell to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, I gotta play. Alright, Dauntless Bodyguard. Choose a creature. There's no window to kill the creature, I guess. So I have to kill the other creature. What's your target? The lifelinker. Sure. Alright. God, this is a weird spot. Light this on fire, I guess. Could he use the Wizard's Lightning and tapped out? I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. I'm just trying to save it. Maybe there's a world where I can cast all those spells at once. But I think having the mana up dissuades the Vanguard from attacking. Our opponent didn't need much to dissuade them from attacking, though. So again, we're just sitting here. I think I just keep sitting here. I mean, I'm using up some of my burn spells, but playing around like this Pride of the Conquerors thing feels too smart. Eventually the opponent will have to make a move, and they go for Resplendent Angel. Okay? And they go for a Loxodon, which is going to make this into a 4/4, and we can't have that. It's also going to pump all these to 2/2s, so I totally wasted. Just got totally wrecked here. Bad choices, my friends. I still think their last card is Pride of the Conquerors, but now it doesn't really matter. And if it's not, I just got completely outplayed. Trying to think if I want to kill the Loxodon between Wizard's Lightning and Chainwhirler. Also having out a blocker to take on the Legion's Landing team. And start the repump. Get the 4/4 out of there, the only thing that can tussle with the chains. And get in there. Another bodyguard. I imagine, yep, protecting the Vanguard. Okay. Must be Pride. Well, it's been Pride the whole time. Better make sure. And it wasn't Pride. I got outplayed really bad in this one. Your boy got smoked. You have my apologies, everyone. You have my apologies. Your boy got smoked today. But let's not give up just yet. Okay. Take 4? I mean, you're at 22. I'd take 4. But those numbers can change in a jiffy. In a New York minute, my friends. Here comes the lifelinker. Still has to get through Cheney. Cheney boy. Man, if I had just gone for that Chainwhirler, would the world be so much different? That must be nice to have. Yep, badly outplayed today, my friends. Another mountain, huh? Well, that's lethal. I could have gone for the risk factor. They'd take the damage, since they could counter swing back. It's a sad ending. But probably appropriate, as I am not meant to be a good red mage. But we had to cover it. Let's just say that Band-Aid got torn off. If we do red decks in the future, we'll do more with goblins or like Tillinali's Summoner or more fun stuff. Anyway, if you just want to do farm red, you can do this. I would cut those Flame of Kelds and get in the frenzies. I had no problem getting to 4 mana every single game. That doesn't seem like it should be that way on 21 Mountains, but I always had it. I never had mana problems. In fact, I think I flooded almost every game I played. But I would make those changes, and that's how I'd play the deck if I were doing it, because at least this card is fun. I hate everything else about everything else in the deck. But Band-Aid torn off. Go play red if you need to play your red. Thank you very much for watching. Go burn something if that's what you pyros need to do. All right. I will see you, as always, in the next video. Goodbye.